Yo, what up? This is the Big Face Trucker. What a couple of days I had. I haven't made a video in a while. I've been home. So, for all my subscribers, pardon me. But, see where I'm at. I'm at the airport picking up cargo at 6 o'clock in Atlanta. I almost had a head-on collision yesterday. Scared the shit out of me. Didn't flip the truck. Didn't have the trailer though. I was bobtailing home. And the driver was drunk. And a couple of people was behind him flashing lights. When I made the left-hand turn onto a two-lane, he was coming on the same side as me with his lights off. Now, this happens a lot in Atlanta, but I guess it happens anywhere. So, let me see if I can clean this camera. I don't know. Just look a little fuzzy. But, hit a couple of guardrails coming towards me. Normally I would stay in the lane, but he was right up on me. And I was in the middle of coming to get this load the next 10 hours, so I was headed home. Just dropped my trailer and swerved into the other lane, and then jumped in it had a little emergency lane, turn-off lane. So I was in the turn-off lane after he passed me, hit another guardrail in my rear view, and then he went in the ditch. The fucked up part about it, right? A couple of cars stopped, and I backed up, got out, went down in the hill with a couple of people, and the guy is in the car thinking he's still driving, and the car was like on this hill, stuck down in the hill, sideways, like, wow. So everybody was trying to like, hey man, roll down the window. The truck was still running. It was a truck, pickup truck. It was still running. And they was like, hey, shut the truck off, shut the truck off. He wouldn't listen. He started getting like, wanted to fight, but he was still stuck in the seat belt. And he was a pretty big guy. And he wasn't listening to nobody. So, it looked like he, if he would have got out, he would have tried to start fighting or whatever. We didn't know if he was armed or not like that. So everybody was like, just leave him there. We know he's living. And right when we started to walk away, and the cops pulled up, and they went down in there, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I just said, well, let me get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how people start hating trucks and shit like that. So I spent around, went back down in where I dropped my trailer, came back out. They was trying to get the guy out. So looking at this driver pulling up. let's see how they do it here. But you know, I just finished having a good day, and I'm like, wow, this can really be fucked up. If I would have hit him, if I would have stayed in the lane, it would have been a head-on. If I would have stayed in the lane, and I mean, just natural instincts just made me just do what I had to do to save the truck, so the truck wouldn't get hit and I wouldn't hit nobody else, and I wouldn't go into no ditch or nothing like that. And it's dangerous out here. You know, you got clowns out here that get behind these wheels and they get toe up, and they think they can drive. And this was about, I would say this would be somewhere around like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And it just wasn't a good scene for him. I'm pretty sure they took him off to jail, and his vehicle went to jail to the inbound. But that's just crazy. So the day before that, I wind up taking a load for $600. $600 for how many miles? I think 70 something miles. And at the shipper, I wind up staying at the shipper for 6 hours. And then when I got to the delivery, it was just a mess in this place. It's down in Midland, Georgia, MDV. I wouldn't advise anybody to take a load to go there. Oh shit. Day truck. Trying to pull in. Hope he got skills. I hope he parked next to me, because I'm about to go in the back and lay down for a minute. But yeah, so I wind up staying at the delivery for 10 hours, like a refrigerated truck. And that was one of those deals where they had to put their hands on every box that was on the pallet and count it in. They take their breaks every 2 hours or something like that, and got to the point I was the last truck of the day, sitting there waiting for my paperwork. So what I did, and what I could have did, and now I know, you know, but I would have lost my detention on it. It was a convoy load, and convoy did pay me for the detention at both spots. Turned out to be $1,000, you know, $1,000, and it just messed my whole day up, because I really wanted to take another load. That's why I really don't like to really try to book another load on top of another load, because you never know what's going on. I should have read the reviews to the spot, because when I read the reviews when I got there, oh, it was all horrible, and I wouldn't have never took the load. So now I know, whenever I take them convoy loads, I need to read the reviews before I even go there, because every driver that was there on a CB was complaining about parking and how much time it took to unload. You know, and I was like, man, what did I get myself into? So it kind of messed my day up, because I could, you know, I was there. I got there at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was out of there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to be. I figured 1 o'clock. Shit, I would have been back up in Atlanta by 3 o'clock. I could have parked somewhere where I was thinking I could get another load, and be done, double up and then shoot. It would have been a good day. Get another $500-600 load. It would have been a good day for me. But I've been doing these local short runs. Barely put fuel in. Expenses are low, and it's been working out for me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm really not feeling trucking like I used to. I'm really not. The more and more I go to these shippers and the attitudes they got, I went to one spot today. The forklift guy was just an asshole. It's just like I said, man, I got to talk to his manager or something. I talked to his manager. His manager says, yeah, he's like that and this and that. I said, shoot, man, that's not good for representing you. He's not communicating with me. I said, thanks a lot, and he wouldn't even say nothing to me. I had to say thanks a lot a couple of times. He still didn't say nothing to me, so I laughed. I was like, no problem. It's just, I don't know whether he didn't like his job or what. I don't know what it was, but it was down in Valdosta. So I understand where I was at. So I was like, well, it is what it is, I just didn't think that it would go down like that. But like I said, I'm not feeling trucking like I used to. That's why it's like, I ain't even think about putting people on my authority. I've been branching out to other things to do. Since the truck is paid off, the trailer be paid off next year. My equipment will be paid off. And trailer payment ain't nothing, man. The trailer payment is like, what's my trailer? $517 a month. So that ain't nothing, I'm definitely gonna call up after this month. Call up my insurance company. Tell them, hey, I don't even leave out of Georgia. So y'all got to do something about the insurance. Got to be cheaper. I'm not running all over the place like I said I was. I told them the East Coast. So maybe that'll drop. But that's about it. That's that one thing. But the other thing I've been watching on the Facebook page, and I see a couple of people, that's Facebook friends that have gone over into Snyder. One young lady went into Tanker, and I don't know if Tanker's making any money on the IC part over there, and if they're not, then more likely they're gonna say, okay, well, you could probably go pick up a dry van or do some dry van loads, and I seen that she commented, she's like, I'm not going up in the Northeast. I'm staying out of the bad storm and everything. I'm gonna go to Florida. So you ain't, I left a message. You ain't gonna survive going to Florida. All right, the whole IC program seems to me where you're gonna have to go up Northeast and you're gonna have to run the mid states in order to survive with that truck payment and everything. So, you try to warn people, but I don't think she wanted the warning or whatever. Them guys is just like, oh yeah, congratulations. And I know the feeling, because when I first went over there, that's how I felt, but I could tell from the comments she made is that she didn't realize what she was getting herself into, especially when it came down to signing for the truck and all that. They must have gave the truck with no money down with some miles on it, and it seemed to me it was like a 2015, but she commented and said it was a 2018, and to me, the 2018, it doesn't look like the 2017, or the 16. So, I don't know. You know how drivers be lying and shit like that. So, it is what it is. But I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out, what I'm going to do next. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do next. A brokerage would be nice, but I don't know. I don't know about the headache behind that and everything. Like I said, I don't want the headache. Freight business to me is like a bunch of fucking bullshit. It's like everybody want to fucking lie, or everybody has something to say different, and nothing is factual. So it's like, you sit there and you stress. I guess it's the stress that I don't want in my life, to the minimum, put it that way. I don't want maximum stress. It seems like in the freight business, that's what it's all about, because if the drivers don't get on time, or somebody don't pick up a load, or you got to talk and beg for people to let them ship your freight, or, same thing, just like picking loads. You got to call up these brokers, and then you got to beg, basically, I want this, can I get this? Nah, you can't get that. I'll give you this, you know what I'm saying? And then you're feeling like, I don't really want to do it. So you don't do the load, until you find something that you want to do. But you go through all of that. And then I'm just like, I'm really like, I did that for a while, and I'm like, how these dudes do it? I mean, so I was talking to my broker friend, and my broker friend was like, you need to run more on my freight, and I'm like, your freight is good, you're $3 and better. Like, I'm on this load, this is $3.90 a mile, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but he doesn't have enough over the road freight. He's got a lot of box trucks. So, I don't want to do box trucks because you got to touch freight, and box trucks might be a good move for me if I could find a driver that want to drive box truck and where I can make some money, But he did tell me some other things. He's like, I know drivers that don't want to drive for certain people because they're not getting paid enough. So if I get a box truck, he can get me a driver, or give me some drivers, and I might even think about that. You know what I mean? Because that might be like the gold mine right there, and I could chill. But if I get a box truck, then I got the payment and all this and everything going on. But at the same time, you want the box truck to make money, and if he falls off, then I got to get in the box truck and I got to touch freight. And I don't really want to do that, but what do you do? You know what I'm saying? I got to keep the box truck making money. And so basically, I could even sign them on and say, hey, you can own your own truck. This could be your truck. I'll lease it out to them, and y'all do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You're making good money. Here's the broker that's going to keep you busy. He's going to send me the rate cons. He's going to send you the destination. And you do your thing. So it could turn out to be some good thing. I got to sit down with the broker, and I got to figure this all out. And then, I got to find me a box truck. Even a day cab or a box. I'd rather go box truck, because box trucks, I heard that you don't really need CDLs unless it's air brakes. I don't know. But it is what it is. But I guess it's getting close to the time where they're gonna start coming to work. So put you all up here. So, it's kind of like a catch here, but I'm figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. you know, I'm gonna go in. I'll probably go into detail why I don't feel this thing in another video when I'm ready to let people know, or this is a journey and what I've been through in trucking. I love my truck. I took care of this truck. I keep it clean. I keep it polished up and all that other stuff. I love it. This is basically how I keep my vehicles. You know, I got forget it. You know, the mattress in here is just off the chain. You can sleep, but I could not see myself putting another driver in here where they gonna shit and piss and don't clean it and all that other shit that drivers do, you know. So this would be like something to go to say, hey, let me go make a quick $500-600, or maybe I need to take a trip up to New York, go visit some family, get $3 grand, 20, 27, 28, somewhere around there, you know. So that's about it. Today is Friday, 2020, and it's official. Joe Biden is president, and now they're trying to find out if Georgia's going to be a blue state or a red state. I don't play the politic game because it's separate. It separates who you dealing with, you know, and it's just, to me, it's just a bunch of malarkey. But you know, this, like I said, well, like I said in a video a long time ago, this is the only politics is affected my money in trucking, you know, and this is the first, I would say, the first career that did this, that politics affect my money. So it's funny, and all the rates be jumping up and down. So I'm just gonna get with this broker, and if I had 3 of them like him, I could stay pretty busy. And you know, I haven't reached out to any brokers because I'm just, you know, they all got their lines and lies and everything. My broker friend, he tells me the shit that brokers pull, and you know, and he hates it. So he says he sets himself up as for the broker, for the driver. And I you know, I feel with him. You know, I feel with him. Just like a couple of drivers that set up their brokerage, and you know, basically they give the driver most of the money, you know, because we hold the biggest bill in this whole thing, you know. So I'm just chilling. I definitely need a good hour's worth of sleep, but right now, shoot, I only got an hour and a half before they open up, and if I lay down, I'll wake up probably about 9. I can set the alarm, but I probably will do that. Just lay down. If I fall asleep. I need rest. That's what a driver needs the most, rest, when he's out here in the trenches, you know. But yeah, hats off to the lady truckers that's out there getting the grind. To them drivers that's up north in that snowstorm, be safe. If it's bad, man, just park it. Tell them, hey, I can't move the truck. Your life is worth more than the load. All right, you'll get the load there when they clear the roads or whatever. They usually keep the roads pretty nice. They knew the snowstorm was coming, so I'm pretty sure they dropped salt, all kind of salt down on the ground to get ready to prepare the roads for that. But it's just when it start turning ice and everything, and I'm pretty sure they got that on lock. I'm not a DOT snow guy, you know, so I don't know what they do, how they do their thing, you know. It looks like a neat job, you know, but I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, that's me coming at you. 25 minutes, 30-minute video right here that I'll drop. You know, every now and then I'll make a video of what I'm doing out here. I'm still getting money, you know, still doing the trucking office. You see my shirt, Thunder Funding. Thunder Funding's been great. Since the COVID, I guess they've been working at home. It's still operating the same. You know, it's just incredible how Thunder Funding funds, you know, how they get your funds and everything, and they're at home and they're still doing the same thing as if they was in the office. That's great. That's great. No problems there, no issues. You know, I get my money same day, sometimes the next day. It all depends when you put your money in, when you finish your load. So I would advise somebody to just call up Thunder Funding, ask for Will, speak to Willie, and see, you know, get a feel of how they do their thing over there, and you make the decision if it's better than your than your factoring company, or you just getting out there and you just hear them out, you know, hear them out. They don't lock you in. They're really cool. I mean, really cool. If you feel uncomfortable with them and you don't like it, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, okay, well, you can leave, you know. You know, you can leave, but I'm almost guaranteed once you leave, you probably will come back, you know. You probably will come back, or your ego says, nah, don't go back. I give them a chance, you know. You got to count the times that you had problems with them, if you did have any problems, versus how many problems you're going to have with the next people. And it might be every week. I would say out of a year, I might have maybe one problem, and it's my fault. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I'm still using that trucking office. Trucking office is great. I get my IFTA done like in 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm getting better and better at it. Trucking office is great. I can't complain. Everything is running real smooth, you know. So it's like I run everything out of the truck. If I go home, yeah, I can sit home and do it, you know, but just picking up a load, running my paperwork on everything. I don't even need a printer in the truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like really, really cool. And once I link up with my broker and everything, all his loads that I do, I don't have to wait. I get my detention right away if I do have to wait, but I don't have to wait. Every time I pull up, put it in the bay, they unload me right away. Boom. I'm out of there. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, all right? I'm out of there. Only problem I have is when I come to these airports, and people have their little attitudes when they come in the morning. But, you know, once you get out to the bay and you get that forklift guy that wants to work, he'll load you right up and get you out of here. I'm telling you, I don't have no problems. But when I start dealing with Convoy and them brokers out there, Swift, Logistics, and Nolan, and all them other cats, I go to these spots where they JB Hunt, they you know, where the shipper just jerks you around, and they don't understand you're not a company guy, so you can't do this to me, because owner operator just I pull right off. But what I wanted to say, at that load that I stayed 10 hours, right? I wanted to tell you what I did. I left. I said, the hell with it. I'll take the loss. I said, the hell with it. Went to the lumper, said, where's my trailer? They told me where my trailer was. I went and got my trailer, swung back around, came back to the lumper. I said, look, if you don't have the paperwork, I'm out of here. I've been here 10 hours. All right? Y'all could have got me out of here. Every truck is gone. The guy said, well, you know, we have to put our hands on everything, blah, blah, blah. And you had 3,000, something like that. I'm like, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? My problem is that y'all got your shit off my damn truck. Y'all could do that shit when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could let me leave. Y'all look at the product, and it's all there, skits, all there, boom. Y'all count that shit later. So I wound up, the lumper was cool. I wound up leaving my email. And I could have asked them earlier, but I would have lost that detention. Because once you leave the facility, convoy tracks you. So once you leave, they get an automatic email or text message, hey, send in the PODs. So, you know, I was there. I gave my email and I headed out. I went home. I was 3 hours away from home. Took them 3 hours to send the paperwork email. I got it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm glad they sent it. So it turned out to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I got home and got out of there, but it wasn't all right for me to stay there 10 hours. So, you know, it's just, I don't know why they do that to people. I really don't. But I left a review. And anybody reads that review and they see the other ones, they'll think about not coming there. And most truckers don't, you know. Some of them just drive for somebody. So they just look at that money and they go for it. So that's what's up. If it comes to a long time, ask them. Ask them if they could email the PODs to you. Especially if you got a banging load coming up next and you find yourself being late. You know, maybe they will, maybe not, you know. So I don't know how that go, but it went all right with me as far as that email. But look, it's been 33 minutes in this video, and I didn't mean to waste your time or whatever. As you know, this is just a journey of the big face trucker out here. If you followed me all this time, you see that I was running, and I was running hard, and now it's really relaxed because the equipment is paid for. So basically, I don't need a whole lot of money like I needed before to make payments and pay the truck note and all that, everything every week with SFI and shit. I went through that. Other things I went through, personal issues I went through, and still maintain to this day. And this is the outcome of me just relaxing. I want to do a shout out to Snorlord. Snorlord, congratulations. Welcome to the club, the Paid Off Truck Club. It's really good. Now you can focus on what you do best. You know what I'm saying? Play the guitar and manage like trucking. So, but yeah, that's what's up, and that's about it. Other than that, you know, shout outs to James Brest. I've been watching you, man. You're doing your thing. All right, you're doing your thing, and that's good. That's great. And that's about it, man. I don't really watch too many YouTubes. I got off of that, you know. I haven't heard nothing from 404. I guess he's still making videos, though. more like his videos is into other things other than trucking. So once you've done a lot of things, everybody starts talking about the same thing in trucking. So you really, the content really just like starts, you're hearing the same thing over and over again, especially, you know, you're doing it out here and you might be doing it better than somebody else, and you be like, wow, you don't even know about this, you know. So it is what it is. But yo, Big Face Trucker signing off. Y'all hold it down and be safe out there. And yo, I pray for you guys up there that's in that wintry stuff like that. I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You open up a whole can of worms on the risk thing. Your risk level just off the charts, off the Richter. You go up there, all right? And is it worth it? Not for me. Maybe for you, not for me. I know a guy that went up there in South Dakota and tried to run, and I know he's chasing the dollar and just not knowing, you know. Yo, don't, you know what I'm saying? You're going after that money, trying to get all that dough, and next thing you know, he was in a ditch. All right? So when you want to get towed out, they can say $500, they can say $1,500. You're going to have to pay it. And then you go and pick up a load for $1,000. So you're behind. All right? And don't flip the truck. It's a wrap then. So, but look, I'm sit back here. I see trucks pulling in, getting lined up. I'm glad I made this move. I was laying in the bed and I was like, man, let me just get out there and pull up. I wind up, so I see how they doing it. Nobody waits there for a bay. They just pull up. If you're picking up, they got docks open. Just back into one. I'm out of here. Y'all hold it down. Be safe. Peace.